So in this video, we will be reviewing the GOMO Fiber that had a PISO promo last week. So what is GOMO Fiber? It is a new offering from GOMO PH that utilizes the fiber optic network instead of LTE or 5G mobile data. And yes, it's an unli fiber that is wired and not SIM-based. It is powered by Globe Telecom network that is shared with the Globe prepaid and postpaid line. So last week they had a promo of PISO for the installation and for the modem fee. But it requires that you have an existing GOMO SIM user. What do we get on the GOMO Fiber? It is unlocked LAN ports and maximum of 50 Mbps speed. Your fiber account also remains active as long as your SIM card remains active. As you can see on the left photo, this is a screenshot I took from the app, and it is 1 peso only for the installation, and it also has a free 7 days unli fiber. Now the photo on the right is the actual GOMO Fiber router, and it is made by Fiberhome, and the model is HG6245D. Now this one modem has a lot of reported vulnerabilities back in 2021. Now at the time of making this video, there's only 2 routers that they install. It's either this Fiberhome or the ZLT G022, if I remember correctly. Those 2 routers are what they install. So as you can see on this router, there is a sticker of GOMO Fiber. So I am guessing if you remove that sticker, you will see a Globe logo. At the back of the router, you can see ports. We have 2 telephone, 4 LAN port, 2 USB port, 1 DC 12 volt, and a power button. Now the only thing that you can use here is the 4 LAN ports. They are gigabit. However, you are still limited by the 50 Mbps of the GOMO, and there is an upcoming promo that will make it 100 Mbps. Now for the power, the router uses 12 volts and 1.5 amperes DC. You can see the default credentials of the router. So on the fiber side, you will notice that there is a green connected thing on the router. So this is your fiber wire. So be careful that you don't bend this one, because if you do, you will pay 500 pesos for the repair fee. So this fiber cable will be connected from the NAP box or the nearest NAP box on post to your house. So we will see the fiber information later on the router dashboard. Now let's see the router dashboard and the super administrator dashboards. So this is the GOMO Fiber router interface that you can visit on 192.168.254.254. And as you can see on the branding, it is Globe at Home. This is normal because as you can see on the GOMO FAQ, they are using the Globe Telecom lines, user and tattoo at home. And this is the non-administrator interface. So every option is limited. Some advanced options are not here. But we can change our SSID, which is one for 2.4 GHz and one for 5 GHz. You can also see the connected devices here, so you can trace if someone is connected without your permission. And also the device model, which is a Fiberhome HG6245D. On the internet side, we have IP OE on the one mode. Now on the optical, we have a receive power of negative 18 dBm. Now the optimum value here is negative 18 to 20, if I remember correctly. And we have a voice here, or the telephone, but GOMO doesn't provide it, so it's inactive. So let's go to Wi-Fi settings. So this is pretty self-explanatory, so you can just change the password immediately after the installation. So on the LAN side, we can configure the IP address of the modem. Just take note on this. And the DHCP server, you can also change this. On the DNS, you can change it to manual or auto. I recommend changing it to manual and inputting your own per DNS. On MAC reservation, so you know which IP addresses will be assigned to each devices that's connected to the router. MAC filter, if you want to disallow connecting to the router or to the Wi-Fi, so you can set it here. Now on advanced settings, we have network. which you can only see current configuration, and the LAN binding. So this LAN binding means all LAN ports can be used. So DMZ, this is not really needed for normal users. Port forwarding, this is automatically not working because we are behind CGNAT. And UPnP, this should be kept off because it could lead your device to be hacked on what I read. So bandwidth control, you can control the bandwidth for each device. So parental control, you can restrict access to the Wi-Fi and LAN for a specific time. And maintenance, we can perform troubleshooting here, like for example, pinging a websites to determine if we have internet connection. Management, we can only change the password here, and reboot will restart your router. We will now try to log in using the Superadmin account. Again, it is same to the Globe admin account that can be found on the Discord. So we'll just copy paste that and log in. So this is the Superadmin account, which you can see there are more information than the new interface. So again, software version, hardware, device model, description, and the ONU states 05, which is operational, LOID, CPU usage, web server port, and uptime. One status, you can see the current one state, which is TR069 internet, and the VLANs. LAN status, you can check which are the connected LANs and their speed. For example, this one is on a gigabit speed, which is 1000 M, and the connected clients. Optical info, this is just the same as on earlier. VoIP, we don't have this because there's no telephone plan in GOMO Fiber. Now going to network, you can set band steering, but I am not using this again, so I'm just skipping. Broadband settings, now technically we can use this setting, so we could bridge this router instead of plugging in another router on the LAN port because it will cause a double NAT. So again, with the bandwidth control, this could be not efficient, so I'll just suggest use a third-party router. So going to security, we have firewall control, IPv4 filtering, URL filtering, anti-port scan, MAC filtering, ACL settings, WPS, DDoS, HTTPS, and port isolation. So I would recommend, if you're not familiar with these terms, do not make changes to them and to just use an external third-party router. Now management, you can change the passwords here. For the administration, you can restore factory defaults, upgrade with the firmware, backup the configuration file, and restart the device. You can also see the logs of the router. And that is it on the Super Administration interface. So in the next video, I will be trying to replace this router with a different GPON router and also try the bridge with the existing router. So again, if you plan to do any changes, make a configuration backup first. So let's test the speed first. The IP address that it detects also says Globe. So let's try another one, this time on Speedtest. So the actual speed may vary because this is a speed test site. I think they optimize the results to be high. Another test with ping. And it's very stable. So thank you for watching, and here are the other future videos planned for this series. Please share, like, subscribe, and leave comments.